We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at belisiofoods.com/careers.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show here on Main Street TV. Marc Carman is in the house.
Yeah, my buddy Jennifer. We broke even this year on our football bet. I was just thinking about
I
that.
know.
Just thought about that. No excuse to go out for lunch, I guess.
Well, I mean, other than we're just hungry.
Yeah, well, we could tell we're that. It's what day is this? Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah, Wednesday morning. Breakfast. I haven't had breakfast yet.
Oh, well, there you go.
Nothing like fast food breakfast in the morning.
I know.
On the run.
Delicious.
Oh, man, what would we do without breakfast and lunch and then dinner?
I know.
And a midnight snack. Make that a 4 o'clock snack. I had a 4 a.m. snack this morning. I woke up, got back to sleep, ate a banana, drank a glass of milk, went right to bed, out.
There you go.
Isn't that crazy?
It's all about the banana.
Yeah.
You're goofy.
Oh, well. How you been?
I've been all right.
Good.
Yeah.
It's like everything. Got the holiday seasons, the Christmas over, the New Year's, and all that good stuff. And
Yeah, kind of
And,
crazy. Holidays are always wild and nutty.
they're like here right now, and they're gone. The biggest thing is putting all that stuff up.
I know.
Then taking all that. We worked Sunday. We worked all day Sunday, taking stuff down and
Yeah.
carrying it upstairs. And thank God my wife's strong. She does a good job carrying that stuff up. I help a little bit, but she's a little stronger than I am. You women are strong. I'm telling you.
You got the whip or what? Sandy,
Well, you know
get
how,
to it.
You know how it is. You got those little stairs. You got to walk up to the attic, and
Yeah, well,
we-
she's tiny too, so that
she's
helps.
tiny. She fits in those little boxes. Not big stuff. Boxes, just boxes.
Yeah.
Christmas trees a pain in the butt. Thank God for just trees are just put together. I mean, there's just one, big, two, three. You put them together and then take them apart and put them together next year.
Yep.
So simple.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yeah, they've definitely improved those trees over the years.
Man, I like the new one I bought. I think I bought it last year, year before at Lowe's. You snap it together. You don't have to put wires together. You snap it together, and it lights the tree automatically. I mean, so
It's like magic.
yeah, like magic. Seriously, it's just the other tree I got for work. You got to plug this in. You got to plug that
Yeah.
in. This one here, just 1, 2, 3. You put it together, plug it in. You're ready to go.
Well, there you go. See, free plug for Lowe's. Go
Yeah.
get you a tree. They're
Yeah.
probably on sale right now, I guess.
If you haven't, that stuff is amazing how fast that stuff sells out.
Yeah, it is.
It's amazing how many people, the people work on their yards and put all their stuff up. I mean, they're in there buying all that stuff up and getting ready for bigger and better things for next year.
Yeah. I'm just not a big Christmas decorator because we live out and no one
Yeah.
ever sees our house anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Unless
why
you're
bother?
Unless you're flying over your house, you
Right.
look down and say, "Wow, that's a Griswold down there
Yeah.
out in the country."
I mean, no one's going to see anything. So what's the point of wasting the electricity?
I don't go hog crazy. We put some lights on a tree outside and put a couple of, some lights around the bushes and things like that. We don't
But
go
you
hog
got
nuts.
grandkids that will enjoy it. and
Yeah,
stuff
they
like
do
that,
it. And then actually, my oldest one helped me put the stuff up this year, so that's always fun to do.
How old is he now?
He's a 7th grader.
Shut up.
Yeah, and then I got Beckham, my second
Madden
one.
is a 7th grader.
7th grader, and then
Oh!
Beckham is 4. Reese is will be 4. Or excuse me, Beckham will be 5. He's 5. Reese will be 4, and then the baby just turned 1.
My
So
gosh.
the girl. We got a girl in the family, so it's always
Finally
nice.
got a girl.
Finally got a girl. Gotta have that girl. She's a doll baby. She learns fast though. These kids all learn fast.
She's going to be the pistol of the family.
Yeah,
isn't
she is. She follows whatever her brother. They learn by the oldest ones.
Well, of course.
Yeah, they learn by the oldest one. They just watch the oldest one. The oldest one does this, she does that. It's funny, crazy.
Well, she'll grow up tough too because she's got 3 boy role models. So.
Yeah, she'll be tough as nails because they'll work on her. You know how that is. You're the baby. Of course, she's going to get a lot of the good stuff.
Well, that's kind of how. So I grew up in a neighborhood with all boys. So my brothers, the Morrow boys.
Yeah. Yep.
The Dobbins boys.
Yep. Well, you had a rough group right there.
All of them.
Them are all rough
And then
group.
there was me.
Poor little Jennifer. Mom, they're picking on me.
I grew up pretty tough.
So they teased you all the time.
Yes. They were good to me.
Pulled
though,
your
too.
hair and made fun of you
Yeah.
and all that good stuff.
But no, they were nice.
You know, the cool thing that the kids got this year for Christmas was bumper cars.
What?
Bumper cars. My daughter, I should say this just in case they're watching, which I'm sure they're not, but Sandy and Manna came up with they sell bumper cars.
How do you?
They're just little cars. Little thing got you back and forth. You bump each other, and it's pretty cool.
How fast do they go?
Not very fast.
Do they go on like grass or in the?
I don't think.
In your shop, make them go faster.
Well,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, you have some
you're
mechanics.
Well, in our house, it's all wood floor, so you can fly around there, and they light up, look like a little spaceship when they.
No.
Oh yeah, they're actually pretty cool.
Where was all that stuff when we were growing
I
up?
don't
That's
know.
just not
You
fair.
know, our everything I had was cardboard.
Yeah.
You know, today everything is plastic,
Yep.
and but it's pretty cool actually. It's the little granddaughter. We thought she might have a hard time with hers, but she got in it. She got going. She cried a couple of times, but after she got the hang of it, she was good. So it doesn't have as much power as the boys' bumper cars, so they kind of bump into each other.
That
and they
is
ride around the room and
awesome.
stuff like that. So yeah, kids today they got the coolest.
I
things.
know, like those Hot Wheels. Okay, those may have existed when I was growing up, but I don't know anybody that had them. But now
I
they've
do.
got
They're
the Hot
everywhere.
Wheel Jeeps and Teslas
Trucks
and
and
Hummers and all kinds.
Corvettes.
I'm
All
like,
kinds.
what?
Yeah,
Where was that?
go karts.
So fun.
Yeah, I mean they get all the cool stuff. I
Yeah.
didn't get anything like that. I got a
I had
pop gun, and
yeah.
God knows what.
I had a Wonder Woman colored. It wasn't Wonder Woman, but it was Wonder Woman colored.
Oh,
Big wheel.
oh, cool.
It had the streamer. It was
Now the-
red,
now the
red,
big
yellow,
wheel-
and blue.
I think those were
and
pretty
it had
cool.
the
Yeah,
streamers.
I think those were actually pretty cool.
You could skid out.
I'm surprised they don't have those back because I think kids would love those things.
They would. And so there was this big crack in our sidewalk because of a tree,
Yeah.
the thing went up. So like all of us would go flying down through there and ramp
Smack
off.
it.
I mean, you thought that you were going to ramp, but I mean, we really got air, I'm sure.
Well,
it was fun though.
I like when you got them and you spun them.
Yes.
That was really what was cool about those things. When you spin them, just spin them babies, baby.
Yeah. Oh, well.
But that's when plastic really started coming into the toy world when those came in.
Yeah.
But
For
I
sure.
don't see those anymore. I have not seen those.
A
Have
big
you?
wheel?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't seen them. I mean, that's kind of crazy.
No, that's way not high tech enough for kids today.
Well, it doesn't have battery.
Yeah.
You got to actually use labor to do it.
Well, let's ask Dylan. He's in high school. Did you have a big wheel?
I did. I had a metal one.
You had a
Ooh,
metal big
nice.
wheel.
And I still have it too.
Really?
Nice.
I broke it. It's still there.
You broke it.
I tried to ride it a couple of years ago. It didn't work, but
You're a little big now.
Yeah, the wheel completely just cracked and shattered. It was disappointing.
Oh man.
What was your favorite like toy like that growing up that you had?
Well, the big wheel actually was my favorite, but the other one I had was called a blue machine. I think you sat down on it and you you could put your legs out in it, and then there was like little handles up by your chest. and
Yeah.
you turn the handles and it would move, and you just start like riding down the road.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, it was fun. I got it at a birthday party at Cardo's, and I just rode around in Cardo's.
Nice.
Nice.
See,
See?
there's some cool toys out there.
There are.
you know, unfortunately, now we're looking for bigger toys like cars.
Yeah.
You know, things like that.
Yeah, we're not as entertained by big wheels
Yeah,
anymore.
we're looking
are we?
for vacation spots.
Yeah. Somewhere warm
Yeah,
would be
somewhere warm.
fantastic.
Something doesn't go round and round, just where we can see the layout, get some
Yes.
sand, nice.
We just want sleep now.
Yeah, sleep. Yeah, old people do that stuff now too. So somebody asked me to go skiing this year. I said,
Are you kidding me?
I said, have you bumped your head? I said, I don't have time. I'd love to do it, but there is no way that you're going to get me going down the hill. I about killed myself a few years ago. I'm surely not going to do it now.
Went skiing once, went down the hill on my rear end, was terrified, and I will never do it again.
I tell you,
ever again.
I tell you, I used to
Zero
ice skate.
chance.
I used to ice skate when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, Athens, you can go over and ice skate.
Yes.
So my daughter had this big idea. Said, "Hey, we're going to go ice skating for my birthday over at Athens." I said, "That's cool. Let's go." I put them on. I thought, I don't think this is a good idea.
I don't bounce as well as I
I walked out on the ice, did a couple, just moved around. I said, "Yep, I'm done."
I did it.
I took my I took my ice skates off and took them off. I said, just too old for that stuff.
I can bust my rear end just walking down the street. I don't need to do it on ice skates, right?
I do that all the time. I tripped the other day over on a little piece of concrete, and down goes Carman. And nobody saw me. Nobody felt sorry for me but me. I skinned up my leg and my arm, and I thought, damn, man, damn. It's tough getting old.
I can't say anything considering the fact that you had to pick my rear end up one time after I fell on my face. So
we're a little clumsy.
Yeah.
Little clumsy. It happens.
Although I will say this is a true friend. Everyone else just pointed and laughed at me, and he actually picked me up. So
yeah, and there was a lot of people there. There's
a lot of pointing and laughing.
I don't know how you didn't fall in front of all those and land on somebody. My God, there was a lot of people there. Wow. They've laughed at me. Down the Hilton Hills. We got done, finished dinner at this place, the restaurant, and walking, and it's got grass and it's about that high.
Uh-huh.
Of course, what do? I don't see it, and I'm down. At least I landed on grass on that one.
There you go.
And then I was coming out of shopping. I don't know. You just missed the curb. Down, busted my glasses and skinned myself up. So I know about that falling stuff. It's not fun. When you go to the doctor, they always ask, "Do you fall any?"
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm good.
I'm good. I just got old man balance.
Oh, shoot.
So if you see me fall, just pray that I didn't break anything. As long as I don't break anything out of my pride.
As long as you bounce all right, it's good.
That's all right.
Yes, Dylan.
It's called a green machine. Here it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah,
that is
cool.
Awesome.
Very cool toys.
They still have them?
Yeah, it's on Walmart for like $200.
Oh, wow. That's
so you
cool.
move the handles and it makes it go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Check the bumper cars out. They're on there too. That's a pretty good little deal. Those
oh yeah,
cars.
pull the bumper cars up. That's really cool.
That's one thing nice about your show now. You got all this
I know.
technology.
Thanks, James.
Technology. My God. The old days, we didn't have it. We had wires everywhere.
We had wires and we could show a picture in front of us.
Yeah.
Hey, we still do that occasionally.
Let me move this wire so I can get over there too.
You'd have to hurt. It was like a gauntlet to even sit down.
How times have changed.
I mean, we think the wires here are bad. Like it was.
No,
woof.
These wires aren't bad compared to like the old days when today it's just like computers. Computers are small now.
Yeah.
Compared to like the old days when they first came out. You look at them today, you think the old ones. You think, man, those things are big and ancient and clumsy and.
You're right.
Crazy.
All the cords and everything, and now everything's wireless. And
now we got our cell phones or computers.
Do you remember, even your mouse had to be plugged into the keyboard, and then the keyboard had to be plugged into
it's crazy.
It's like all these cords everywhere.
Technology has come so far on everything.
It has. You used to have to plug into the internet. You don't have to do that now.
There's good and bad about all that stuff.
Exactly.
Passwords. The old password. My phone, I lost the password for every now and then I turn my phone off. You know how it is, reset it because you can't get something working right.
Yeah.
then it works right. And then you got to reset your put your password back in. I can't remember password.
Well, on your iPhone, that's a real bad thing because
That's really
they'll
bad.
just lock her down.
Yeah, they will. Then you got to call and say, hey, I need you to de-lock.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Oh, is that the bumper cars?
Yep, that's it.
How
That's it.
cute.
I didn't know that. Is that a Spider-Man? Looks like a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
My grandson, my youngest one, or next to youngest one, he likes Spider-Man.
That's awesome.
They are pretty cool.
So how do they, is that like a joystick up there? Is that how they go?
Yeah, you move them left or right, and you can spin it, move the handle.
That is
and
awesome.
then they got lights on the bottom. See the lights on the bottom of it? That's a...
You know what I think should exist that I don't see anywhere? You know how like little kids have light up shoes? I want light up shoes for me.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you can buy them.
I haven't
sure.
I haven't seen them.
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon has everything.
I think that we should have light up shoes.
I want them too. Just don't wear them when you're running from the cops.
No, don't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Or you're hiding from
rob
somebody.
a bank or rob something at night, and then I can see that dummy. He's walking right there.
There was a little girl that used to come in the restaurant, and she had like rain boots.
Yeah.
And they lit up. And I was like, I
Rain
need
boots?
those in my life. They're so cute.
So did you get you some?
No.
Oh, well, come on,
Dylan,
girl.
can you find light up rain
There it
boots
is.
for
That's
me?
exactly how it works right
Oh,
there.
look how cute
But
that is.
look though, he looks like Professor X. Like
They're
so
yeah, cool
funny.
toys they get, man. I tell you.
What a cutie pie.
So that
How fun.
I got I got 3 of those. You know, they didn't go back to the parents' house.
Oh, they stayed at your house.
They stayed at my house.
Are they battery? Like you have to
they're
plug them in, like
plug 'em in.
rechargeable?
Yeah, they're just rechargeable. And actually the youngest one has a remote you can actually for the youngest one. You got a remote you can use it.
Oh,
So
cool.
just in case she can't, or he or she can't use it, or doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
The parents can bump them for them. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Cool toys.
So they're just along for the ride, huh?
That's one good thing about toys. I didn't get any really cool toys for Christmas. Got a nice jack, and that's clothes. That's the problem when you get older. You get clothes. They're trying to. They want to style you up for some reason.
Yeah. Get the old underwear and
Yeah, the underwear.
yeah.
It's just stuff that you like, but man, I want that cool stuff. You know.
Jamie needs underwear. He says something like, "I have a bunch of quitters. I need new underwear because they've just like
they quit.
they've quit. I have a bunch of quitters. Can you get me some underwear?"
That's a good one. I like that quitter. That's a good one. Your husband came up with a good one on that one.
He's so weird.
We always go shopping. Sandy always come. Are you buying underwear and socks again? I said, well, I don't think about the quitters, but I got quitters. They
just aren't holding things the way they should.
I just need something freshened up a little bit.
There you go.
You know, when you take your pants off, you want to look stylish. You know?
Right?
Yeah.
So we had a guest yesterday that was talking about the Mothman.
Oh, yeah.
And James informed us all that he has Mothman underwear.
Really?
But he didn't wear them because they were dirty.
Oh.
So we figured that was too much information, but now we know.
Yeah. Oh, well.
James, have you washed your underwear yet?
No, I think they're still in the hamper.
They're still in the hamper.
Yeah, they're stained up a little bit. It happens. It's a man thing.
Man, did you find me some light up rain boots yet?
I did, but I don't know that they're exactly what you had in mind.
Okay.
Just
Are they
had it
adult
on
size?
Yeah, they are.
Really?
I think you're in.
No.
Oh, yeah.
It came up on Google. I don't know.
I like that. I think, girl, you look bad as hell now.
That's super good for the horse queen.
Yeah, there you go. I like the hat and like the green boots. My God.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
You know, you go to work with those things. People say, "Now that girl's got style." Is she nuts or what? And then back behind her, me going, "Is she nuts or what?"
That's ridiculous.
She has bumped her head. Well, see, you got the green background over here. You can move the green background.
There
over
you
here.
go. That's right.
Put your feet up on the table.
They're rated 4.9 though.
Oh, they are. Well, super. That's great.
How much are they?
$250.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
I think that's you, girl.
Actually, that's on discount. It's actually $389.
Yeah, I'll pass. But thank
Wow.
you. Carmen's buying.
Yeah, that's a driver for me. And I'd have to have a golf club. When I went Christmas shopping, my wife and I went, like Christmas, instead of buying each other something, we said, well, just when we go on our vacation, we'll just buy stuff for her. So she bought this, bought that. I just bought one thing. I bought a
New
driver,
golf club?
New golf club. I had to buy a driver.
Well, it'll cost you.
And it I didn't improve my game at all. It really sucks. I got to but I
Dang
we only played 2 days, and the second day I got caught in the rain and caught a bad cold, so I've been paying for that too.
Oh, great.
So life is good.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Hey, speaking of, spending money and whatnot, went down to the playoff game to watch the Buckeyes lose.
What an exciting game, man. I'll tell you.
Okay, I'm just going to say this has to go down as the strangest playoff in history.
Yeah, it was.
The way that this thing shook out makes no sense whatsoever.
The main thing is Ohio State got in, and after seeing how they played, they deserved to be in. There's no doubt about it. And after seeing how Michigan and TCU got killed.
It's so confusing. So Michigan beats Ohio State.
Yeah.
TCU beats Michigan. Ohio State almost down to the last second. Beats Georgia.
Yeah.
And then Georgia beats TCU, who beat Michigan, who beat us 65-7.
Yeah,
now,
crazy.
would someone please explain to me how that all happens?
It's called momentum. I didn't, be honest with you.
I think so.
The championship game, I didn't get to watch it all, but maybe about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought the game started at 9. Excuse me. I thought it started at 9. We went out to dinner with another couple, and we said, well, I got to get back at least by 9, so watch the game. So I come in, I turn on the TV. I'm anxious to watch the game. The next thing I know, Georgia's getting ready to score again. It was going to be like 35-7. I said,
I'm good.
I'm good.
I can see where this is going.
I flipped to what the NCIS had a 3-stage show going on, so we watched all 3 of those and we recorded once. And I said, then I saw at the end, I flipped it over. I thought, I don't know what the score was. It was 65-7.
Yeah.
I went, wow, what a torturous game.
Bad.
But and they didn't take any of their. I guess Georgia didn't take any of their people out. They just.
That's kind of rude.
Yeah, well, you get.
I mean, come on.
But you're right, though. You think if you're pounding somebody that big, you think you start putting your second string and getting ready for next year for for the playoffs.
Save the folks that
coaches. But I tell you, coaches to me wear me out. They do the stupidest things sometimes.
They do.
I mean, all of them do. I'm just not talking.
You just wonder.
You just wonder sometimes where they come up with some of the plays they come up with and.
So, what was it like being, though, down in Georgia at the Ohio State-Georgia game? I mean, it didn't, obviously end the way, but what an exciting – that's how a playoff game should be.
I've heard so much about the Mercedes-Benz
stadium.
The stadium. And
is it awesome?
Anyway, it's awesome. It really is.
Really?
We get – actually, I get lucky because we stayed at Sandy's cousin. She lives in northern Atlanta. She goes, it's a little over a half hour away if the traffic's not too bad. Of course, Atlanta is just
insane.
It's insane how big it is. I've been to some big cities, and I haven't been to Atlanta for a long time, but that place is just jam packed.
How'd you find tickets?
A good friend of yours had them, hooked us up.
Oh.
Got to know somebody that knows somebody.
I gotcha. Okay. One of those.
Well, we got the tickets, and my brother actually came up with them from his boss.
Okay.
And but anyway, we go to Atlanta. She drives us down to the stadium. We get there about 5:00, and
so you drove there?
Yeah, we drove.
How long of a drive is that?
Well, we came from Hilton Head.
Okay.
But that from Hilton Head was like 4.5 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Wow. Georgia
is
down a big
there.
state. It is really a big state. It took us about 7.5 to 8 hours to get home.
Okay.
When we left, but we found the stadium. She took us to the stadium. There's all kinds of parking places. Well, not all kinds of them. Well, I don't know anything about the area.
So you're kind of flying blind there, right?
When we go to Ohio State, we know where we're going. We know when we go to see the Bengals in Cleveland, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know anything about that. So the first one was like $30 to park. and it was a mile away. And then we saw it. We drove. I said, "Well, let's go up a little bit, and look around."
Yeah.
Found another one for $100. I said, "Well," we thought about it for a minute, and then we drove up maybe another block closer. We found one for 80.
Oh, nice.
So we jumped on that one.
Yeah.
Because it was, I mean, we parked, we actually walked a half a block, and they got this thing, you walk over the street.
Uh-huh.
You're right there at the stadium.
Holy you lucked out.
We lucked out there for $80. So anyway, we just walked down the stadium. They had, some stuff going on. The Georgia band and Ohio State band was lining up to getting ready to go in.
Yeah.
So we got to watch them and the players. We saw the players walk in. There was like a thing, like a try thing. You go up.
Cool.
We sat and watched the players go in from Ohio State and the band.
Were there more Ohio State than Georgia, or was it even?
No. There was a lot of Ohio State fans, but I'd almost say 70% Georgia.
I mean, that was basically a home game for them.
Oh, it was a home game.
Athens
is only, Athens, Georgia is only like 20 or 30 miles.
Yeah. So it's just
and
like going to Chillicothe to watch the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's not.
The other thing, they've already
crazy.
played in that stadium twice.
Oh, okay.
So they know the outlay. And I mean, Georgia people, the fans were all good.
Good.
We didn't have any problem with nobody. Everybody was good. And the seats were fantastic. Sandy's cousin, we told him we were going to the game. She said, "Hey, we'd like you to go with us." She goes, "Well, let me see if I can find a ticket." She found a ticket in our section, either 2 rows back.
Oh.
So she said, "But the only thing I want to sit with Sandy." And I said, "Well, I'll sit in her seat. It's no big deal." So anyway, her seat was two sections or 2 seats back. I was sitting right behind the Ohio defense. So every time they came off the field, they always lingered up together and talked.
Uh-huh.
And great seats, great stadium. I mean, they had this big thing up in the, the replays. You can see the replays
Cool.
on everything.
Yeah.
And exciting game. The place where it was called the Sky Club.
Uh-huh.
I forget, the Delta Sky Club. And it was a bar with a bunch of TVs in it.
Awesome.
So you could sit there and watch the game if you didn't want to. Or you can walk down to your seat.
Gotcha.
And,
that's really nice.
It really was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, and they had restaurants there where you could get food. And of course, everything was bargain basement prices.
That was the best $25 soft pretzel I've ever had.
Yeah, it was about the truth. I always heard Atlanta was the guy who owns the stadium. He's always going to make the prices on the alcohol and the drinks reasonable.
Uh-huh.
And they were supposed to stay that way, but
right.
I think
well,
I got
reasonable is all relative, right?
Like one can of beer, I think it was like $11 or something like that, but tip or some stuff. I mean, so it was real. You didn't want to get drunk there. I'll tell you, you didn't want to drink too much. I should say.
Yet people still did.
Yeah, people.
But I'm sure there was
sure
there's some people got more money than know what to do with, and they get excited and of course, a game like that, the crowd atmosphere was so fantastic.
I would say so. Because it was such a close game,
oh my God, it was back and forth, and it was a Georgia fan. I was sitting next to 4 Georgia fans, and they were all pretty cool. I told them, I said, when the game started out, I said, no defense so far.
Yeah.
There was really kind of like no defense going on. But,
man,
what a game. That's probably the best college football game I've ever been to.
It was good, and it unfortunately didn't end up in Ohio State's favor. But it was one of those, Jamie's like, I think just whoever has the ball last is going to win. Like, it's just going to go back and forth, which it didn't end up that way. But that poor kicker, I felt so sorry for him.
If you looked at the half, before the half, Georgia scored, and I think we had like a minute and a half left before the half. I said, Georgia gave us too much time. I said, we can score on that. And we did. It took the lead by, I think, 3 points. And then
it was just.
And then Georgia scored there at the end.
Yep.
And I thought, well, we can do this.
Yes.
I really, to be honest with you, I had faith that they could do it. And to be honest with you, the field goal goes in, we win.
We win.
And we're at the championship game. So, it was. Georgia's a good team. They don't give up. I'll have to say that.
They're fast and they're
they like to move fast. Their fans. I noticed in a couple of games. They like to hurry up offense.
And that's what, when we kick everybody's butt, that's what we do.
Yeah.
If we slow down, which we did against Michigan, we get killed.
Yeah. Well, the difference between the Georgia, the championship game and the Michigan game, and I think everybody will agree, the quarterback didn't have that great a game against Michigan.
No, he did
didn't run
not
the ball
at
or
all.
hardly anything, and the play calling was kind of a little on the iffy side.
I don't know what they were doing.
I don't know, nobody really knew. I mean, they started out halfway decent, but the third and fourth quarter, they just kind of, I don't know what happened.
But if they'd have played the way they did against Georgia,
Oh, they
against
were just-
Michigan, we
they
would
were-
have killed them.
Oh, they did, because, I mean.
So it's so bizarre. The whole thing is so
He
weird.
just had the best game.
He did.
I mean, he was running the ball. In fact, one of the plays, one of the first plays he ran, I said, boy, that's a first. You don't see him do that much.
Mm-hmm.
And he did
He
that
was
a lot.
he was ready.
He was ready. He won that game bad. He played really hard. I have to give the kid credit. He's a good quarterback. I think he'll make a good pro quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, in the future, I don't know.
Some of them you're like, I don't
Yeah.
think that's going to work out. And then some of them
Well,
you're like, I think he's going to.
You know, a lot
He's
of
gonna
people
make
like
it.
those running. College quarterbacks, they like them running. Professionals don't like to run. They want you to sit
They don't
back.
want you hurt.
Yeah, well, he can't afford. You're paying a guy $200, $300, $400, $500 million. He can't make any money sitting
Save
on the
those
bench
legs.
with a broken, like,
Right.
well, for instance, like Baltimore. You know, their coach or their Lamar Jackson for Baltimore. He hasn't played for 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, not
You know,
good.
You,
Not
you know,
good.
you get hurt. If you're a good quarterback, which he is, it hurts your team.
Yeah.
So
Because not only is a quarterback, a talent, but they're also the leader.
Yeah.
So
and they,
it's hard to not have them on the field.
exactly. And I think he did a great job. I think, of course, the first year he came in, he was, they lost the first game, if I remember right, and he played. But that's the first game. You can't expect to go out and
Yeah.
from high school to college in a big game right off the bat
Hmm.
and think you're going to win.
Yep.
Because, it's tough. It's tough.
It is tough. You're right.
So, I don't know what's going to happen yesterday. No, really, Ohio State, the quarterback hasn't announced going pro yet, which is kind of shocking.
I'd have to think he's going to go.
Oh, I think he is. There's no doubt.
I
in my
mean,
mind.
if not, he's bumped his head.
Yeah, really.
As you say.
Why would, yeah. Well, I mean, the money's out there. Why wouldn't you take a chance of
Yeah.
flat out money? We get nothing against college. Now, the thing I hate about college now, a lot of these players are getting paid.
Hmm.
And that really, to me, sucks. That's becoming, if you go to, Alabama offers you $750,000, Ohio State's offering you 50. Yeah, I'm going to take this 750,000 or whatever. So I don't,
Yeah.
that's the only thing really concerns me about college.
For them to pay to play as a whole.
Yeah, because the bigger
strange.
schools are going to have more money.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
So
know?
it just takes it all off the level playing field for
Yeah.
sure.
And
Pun intended.
I like the new portal thing for kids now. If they're not happy where they're playing, they can go somewhere else and play. I like that, don't you?
Hmm.
I think, if you're a kid and you got a lot of potential, well, like, for instance, Burrow, he left Ohio State, went to LSU.
Yeah, and look how that worked
Yeah,
out.
he worked out the national championship. So,
Yep.
I think it's great that the kids, if they got the talent, they can go somewhere else, make it happen. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
That's good.
So speaking of Burrow, so the Bengals are having a
Woo
day. They're having a pretty good season.
They've had a great season, man. I tell you what, one thing I like about the Bengals, if somebody gets hurt, they got great backup.
Yeah.
They had Nixon was out for a while, and Piron came in as running back and played. They've had some defensive guys went down. Some of the guys have taken their places during their time off. And so one good thing about Ohio State, the Bengals are deep.
Good.
They're really good. They're deep in their talent in the background. They lost 2 offensive linemen, which is really concerning. They got one that's got an ACL torn, and I think he's out for the year. And the other one, I think, hopefully, I haven't heard what he had. I think it's an ankle injury. And somebody else is going to take his place. So Baltimore is a big, here we played Baltimore. We're 50-50. But I really think Ohio State. Got Ohio State in my mind. That's crazy. Talking about my Bengals, but I think the Bengals will win this game this week.
Okay, and when do they play?
They play Sunday night, the late
Sunday
game,
night.
which is
The late
really-
game?
Yeah,
Okay.
which is I hate that. I wish they could have played it earlier.
So this is a playoff game. So if they don't win, they don't move on?
Yep, they're out.
Okay.
If they win this game, they will go to Buffalo. If
Yeah.
Buffalo beats Miami, which I look for.
Of course. The Bills are awesome.
Oh, they're awesome.
Speaking of, were you at the game?
No, I
at
wasn't.
the Bills game?
Thank God I wasn't.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
such a
So
shock.
scary.
Oh, I've never seen anything like that in my whole life.
I don't think anybody has.
I think everybody, of course, social media, everybody was texting and said, I think he's dead. I really thought the kid died,
Well,
which he did.
he
But they brought
did
him- yeah, he really did.
twice.
And
I just, we were talking about, I remember I was sitting there on the floor playing with a puppy, and Jamie was, we were watching a game, but I was, and he goes, "Oh, that's not good." And I looked up, and you could see the faces of everyone,
all the players, Buffalo players
around, and it wasn't like, "Oh, we kind of need a trainer." It was like, "Oh my gosh."
we needed.
Like and I said, "Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Something bad is happening."
Well, thank God they had a defibrillator there. They said that's one thing nice about a lot.
They said they got CPR going within seconds, and
that's what saved his life.
Yep.
That's what they said. That, that's what really saved his life. And having a defibrillator, I can't say the word.
Yeah.
They have that.
Yeah, that word.
Every stadium, even here, I guess in high school, they have that stuff.
Yes.
So, but that's what saved his life.
Just
it was a crazy. But it's too bad they couldn't have finished that game. That game was so many people were so primed about that. Buffalo fans were. The Bengal fans, I think overall the nation, was primed up about that game.
They were, and I don't know. That's unprecedented. That that game was kind of like making decisions with COVID and all this stuff. Like there's no playbook for that. Like
No.
what do you do?
Yeah.
And,
well, the coach told Cincinnati coach that he really needed to be with this player. But,
and I get that. And if you saw how shook up, and I mean when you have 30 grown men, big burly football men on a field crying, like that's.
Well, when you think your brother, they
think that can't go on. Like
they consider the brotherhoods, and I can understand.
Oh yeah,
and thank God he didn't die. That's the main thing.
Yes,
the game is.
And he's home in Buffalo now, by the way.
Well. I think he's doing well.
Still in the hospital, but
I don't know what his prognosis is. I'm sure it's all good. It's just going to take him a little time.
So what I heard yesterday was that they just had a doctor on one of the TV shows, and they had said that they have to basically rule out every other thing that it was this just fluke incident where I forget the word.
Yeah.
Where his heart hit at the wrong time, and it's just a crazy thing.
Crazy.
There's nothing wrong with him other than his heart just stopped because he got hit at the craziest time ever.
Just a fluke. His head.
So they're trying to rule all that out, and once they do, they say he can play again.
That's cool. I wondered if he would be able to play again, or whether anybody would take a chance on him.
So that's the question. As a human being, how does that mess with you, your head? Are you just like,
I think
I'm big and bad. My heart started again. Like I'm cool.
I don't.
Or are you like, oh my gosh, waiting for it to happen again?
I think it's just like something as fluky as that. And if you're good at what you're doing, and that's what you know in life, I think you play. I mean, if you're professional, I'm not professional.
Why not? What are you if you're not?
Right.
if that's what you want to do.
And if the doctors say, "Hey, it's fine. That was just a fluke accident."
Yeah, there's nothing else wrong with you.
Nobody's ever had that happen before.
No.
And it might happen again once in a million years. But if the doctors tell me, "Hey, I can play," and if I feel like I want to play and active, it's not like you broke your back or your neck or anything like that. Which that's really tough. This was just kind of a fluke thing happened.
Just insane.
Yeah, it is
absolutely
crazy.
Insane.
Nobody's ever seen anything like that. But that game kind of messed up the playoffs, and they were talking about Buffalo or Baltimore would have beat Cincinnati. They'd have to have the coin flip and all that. And Cincinnati did have the coin flip. I don't know if you saw the touchdown. Well, Nixon did the coin flip.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah,
okay.
He flipped a coin. That was just imitating the coin flip on that game. That play. And Osinko is the one that came up with that deal, told the Nixon how to do that.
Gosh.
Oh, God. Well, I'm glad to have a little entertainment in the games. Sometimes NFL they call it the no fun football league.
Yeah.
And, throw flags over stupid stuff.
Yes.
You can't take your helmet off, which some of it I understand. But now they let the defense, if they, intercept the ball, they run all the way down the end zone, the whole team, they do all kinds of weird stuff and having fun. And it's just
everything within reason, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't,
as long as they're having fun. Or not
exactly. And they're not in a big fight or something.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Yeah. And, I think this weekend, I love this weekend because it's exciting. I mean, every day there's a game. There's like 3 games on Saturday. Is there 3 games on Sunday? I think there's 3.
Oh, I don't know. We can look it up.
I think there's 3 games Sunday and there's 1 game Monday night.
Okay.
So there's a lot of football.
So there's a lot of football to watch. It'll be a lot of fun. And, when you're just watching regular season games, it means something, but it doesn't mean everything. I mean, this means everything.
Yeah. Hey, you're
so
one
you either
done.
move or you don't.
Yeah, you're either in or out.
In or out.
It's we'll get them next year, But I like Cincinnati's odds this year of playing. I think they're a really good team. I think they can stay healthy through the playoffs and win. I think they got a really good shot to go back. And Burrow's that guy's just unbelievable. He is.
He's for being so young, he's so cool.
Well, they were talking to ESPN, and I can't think. The one guy says, "Think about it. The first year he gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He's out.
I mean, like hurt.
Hurt, yeah.
Like it could have been career-ending hurt.
So he comes back in the second year and goes to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's kind of saying something.
And this team here is, I think, better than last year's team. So they really got a chance to go back and play.
And took this Bengals team that, let's just be honest, has not been.
Oh.
I mean, how many years have you been saying it's going to be their year?
Oh, forever, ever. Well, it's
ever since I've known you. I think
it just shows you players make a difference if you get the right quarterback. Look at New England.
Oh,
look how many Super Bowls they had.
Tom Brady.
Tom
Brady was a sucky college quarterback, but ends up
six-round quarterback, and Brady. New England is back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
We're not normal, I should say. They're not winning as much.
Yeah.
And so tell me, if you get quarterbacks
it's just
deserve
people
all the money.
meshing well together.
Yeah, that's
finding that good team.
Getting the right receivers, the players, defense. You got to have a good defense. You got to have a good offense. You got to have a good team. But if you get the right players together, you could have a dynasty for a while.
That's right. Dylan?
So I don't know nothing about football, but here's some schedule on Google.
Oh, cool.
Here's some schedule on Google. Okay. So
it looks like Seahawks and 49ers is that Saturday at
Saturday, January 14th.
Which that'll be
4:30.
I look for the 49ers to win that.
And then Chargers and Jaguars.
I look for
that's Saturday at 6:15.
8:15.
8:15. I was gonna say, how would it be at 6? Okay, 8:15.
That game, I look for Chargers to win that one. I think the Chargers are a pretty good team. Jaguars look really good though. I think that'll be a close game.
And then you've got the Dolphins and Bills, which I think everyone's assuming the Bills are going to win that game at 1 on Sunday.
Yeah. Then you got Vikings at the Giants. I kind of is that Vikings home? I can't tell if that's I think the Vikings are home on that one.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Can't tell. I think I like the Vikings on that game against the Giants.
And that's 4:30, and then Sunday.
The top team should be the home team.
The top team's the home team?
Right.
I don't know.
No, because the Chargers are not the Jaguars, for instance. They're a home team. They won their division, and the Chargers are a wild card.
Are the Bengals at home?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Then the bottom team's the home team.
Yeah, bottom teams. So the Vikings, I like the Vikings over the Giants.
All right, and then Sunday, then the Ravens play the Bengals.
Right.
And that's the night game, like you said.
That's the night game, 8:15, and the Cowboys play the Buccaneers, I think, at 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock. I can't tell.
No, it's 8 on Monday.
Yeah.
Or is it 8 or what time is that,
that's
Dylan?
8 o'clock. That's a Monday night game.
Yeah, that's the Monday game.
That's kind of
so
a weird day.
So you have
I like
2 Saturday, 3 Sunday, 1 Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
You talk about a sports weekend.
Holy moly.
That's a lot of football.
Make a pot of chili and get your 6-pack because it's good.
Yeah.
Put some ice in your cooler so you don't have to get up.
Just hand me that beer, honey. Just hand me that beer.
Maybe I can teach the puppy how to go fetch me a beer.
Now this would be a good weekend to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Because you could bet on all those football games.
That's right. It would be crazy, wouldn't it?
Do that here in Ohio.
Oh yeah, you can do that here in Ohio now, can't you?
That's exciting. It's exciting when you go to places like in Vegas and places like that where all your fans are kind of split. You get for instance, the Bengals fans and the Baltimore fans.
Everyone kind of huddles together.
They're all huddled together and pestering each other and stuff like that. And that's always a lot of fun.
So I have the strangest story. James, I totally forgot to tell you this. So Jamie and I, when we were in Florida, we took a little cruise. Well, they kick you off the cruise ship pretty quick, like at,
Right.
7 a.m. or whatever. So we were at the airport in Fort Lauderdale pretty early. So we went into the Delta Sky Club and, they give you free drinks and
All that good
food and all that stuff. So we're just sitting there in like chairs. And so this guy comes over. This goes along with the sports betting, but it's also really weird. So what would you guys do? So I'll tell you what Jamie did in a minute. So dude sits beside, so we were sitting in two like club chairs, like kind of like just normal chairs.
Right.
And then there was almost like a long, like kind of community table beside us. So this guy comes and he sits with his back to us and opens up his laptop and he puts his headphones in and whatever. And I look over and I'm like, and I'm looking at Jamie and he's looking at me and dude is on, I've never heard of it before and I can't think of the website, but it was a website looking at girls it's like for rich men to find escorts.
Oh, really? Interesting.
So here's this guy in the middle of the Delta Sky Club looking at, and I mean, they were young. And like, Jamie's like, well, he obviously has a type. He keeps stopping on the same looking girl. Like, and so we're just sitting there and it was so weird. He's just out in the open, just scrolling through girls, like looking at their pictures and stuff.
Oh, that's crazy.
And, so of course Jamie's like snapping pictures, putting it on Instagram, like weirdo guy at the Delta Sky Club looking at like young girls here. I mean, and I forget what the stupid website was called. I'd never heard of it before, but it's like search.com or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, but then he would go back and forth between that and FanDuel.
Oh, FanDuel.
So Jamie's like, now he's on FanDuel. I'm like,
can't make up his
now
mind.
he's back to the girls.
Can't make his mind up. You know,
it was so creepy though.
Either he's betting on cars or betting on games or
looking at young girls. Like, isn't that creepy?
Oh, crazy! That's
especially
nuts.
like in the middle of the
well, time
for
out.
everyone to see.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. That
like,
is kind
at
of
least
funny.
sit with your back to the your
Yeah,
computer to the wall or
yeah,
something.
Well, people can't see what you're doing.
Yeah, and I mean, he was on it the entire time we were there. It was probably
Wow,
2 hours.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Anyway, I just thought that was a funny story that I forgot to share with you all because it was bizarro.
When you're traveling, you never know what you're going to run into.
No, you do not.
You do not know. You're mostly in airports because there's so many weird people, and then people are so get mad about stuff and yell at. I mean, it's just crazy.
Listen, I'm just going to tell you, don't yell at TSA. Just put your head down, do what you need to do,
and get out.
Yeah. Just if they tell you to go do a handstand, just do it.
People, when
like,
we were
don't argue.
When we were Christmas shopping, some guy, I don't know what the deal was, over a parking spot, and
oh, you're kidding?
Yeah, the guy gets out of his truck, and it's not the guy in the truck. He's the one yelling. He's telling the guy, "Hey, I don't know if he's trying to cut him off in that parking spot."
Yeah.
And they were yelling at each other. I think that guy told me he's like 64 years old, and I'm gonna kick your butt or some stuff like that. I'm thinking,
dude, Christmas makes people crazy. The holidays do.
Well, yeah, these parking areas, you gotta be careful.
People just get mean.
You don't know about people anymore. You know.
I know.
It's nuts. It's just crazy anymore.
You are correct.
The times we live in.
Yes.
The times we live in.
100%. So
I'm ready for this big weekend of football. Ready for the Bengals to win. I'm not going to the game this weekend, but
you're not going?
No, I'm going to stay on my nice, comfortable couch.
Yes. Well, it seems like it's not going to be the finest weather weekend to be out and about.
I haven't heard what the
supposed to have some snow on Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, today I'm heading to Columbus to buy some cars.
Speaking of, tell us about cars. What do you have going on at the car lot?
Well, we've been, it's kind of funny. We had our year-end closeout sale.
Yes.
And we did really well, sold a bunch of cars. We've sold, like yesterday, guy came in funny. He bought his car. This gentleman
there's a
bought several
lot.
cars. He came in the other day and bought a car. About last month, bought a HHR. Real nice
Yes.
HHR. He bought it for his sister. Well, he started driving it, liked it so much, decided to keep it.
Oh,
So he came in. He came in. He stopped in yesterday. Said had one of his, I think his sister or somebody, some relation, needed a book price on a car. So I said, yeah. And he was telling me about the HHR. He liked it so well, he decided to keep it. And I said, yeah, they're nice cars. He said, yeah, I think she wants a Corolla. So I'm going to look for a Corolla. I said, you just happen to be lucky. I just bought one last Thursday.
oh, you're kidding.
So he went out, looked at it, and I came back and he ended up buying the Corolla.
Awesome.
But we've been really busy. Been selling some cars and trucks and stuff like that. And still not a lot out there. I'm going today. I'm going to Columbus today. I'm going to Crooksville. And then probably we're low. We're a little bit low. I haven't kind of lacked off a little bit for the year-end stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we're coming into the season now, which, believe it or not, January and February. February is tax time, so there'll be a lot of people out looking for cars.
Are used cars still hard to come by? I know you've been very
The newer cars,
but...
from what I understand, they're starting to get in stock. Now, when I was on
Okay.
my traveling back from South, I saw a lot of new car dealers had a lot of starting to get some cars in stock.
Well, that's
which is
good. Maybe
good.
they found computer chips somewhere.
Well, I think that, and so I think that's really good. You know, Chevrolet was the top seller of new cars this year, beat out Toyota.
Really?
Yeah, and I think that was probably over chips. I don't think
Because they had inventory to sell.
Chevrolet had inventory where Toyota didn't. So, but with new cars being good and coming in, that should help the used car business out for more used cars.
Yeah, I mean, you have to obviously have new cars to have used cars. So
exactly.
it's like,
you know,
if it all dries up, then you know
it's hard to find. I mean, believe it or not, we're 10 to 15,000. That's kind of where everybody's looking. You know, 10 to 20, whatever. Which that's what we specialize in, $10,000 to $20,000 cars. And those are affordable cars. You know, nothing wrong with buying a new car. If you can afford a brand new one, you look
sure.
40, 50, 60, 70, $100,000 on some stuff. But, you know, there's cars out there. You just got to, it's like fishing. You just got to be at the right place at the right time.
You are very good at finding, you know, the deals and knowing what's good at, you know, what will sell and what won't. And, you know, what's a good deal for everybody, and it's nice and clean and it has low miles, and
well, like that
you're super picky when you buy stuff like that.
What's funny, I bought 3 cars last week. I bought a Dodge Ram 2500 Power Wagon, 46,000 miles on it. I think it's a 12, I think.
Wow.
And it's really, really, it's really sharp.
Nice.
And I bought a Kia Optima with 81,000 miles. It was really sharp. That's the car I went to buy. The Dodge Ram, I just happened to catch it the last minute.
You just found it.
And the Optima was really sharp. It was a dark blue with light gray interior leather. And we bought that. We've been selling a lot of those. Believe it or not, we brought that back they delivered that on Monday. We delivered it yesterday.
Oh, wow.
The guy happened to look at it when it first came in. So we got service, got kept care of.
Well, let me ask you this. If, you know, we don't have any, you know, shall we say foreign car dealerships here in the area. So like say you want to buy, you know, a Toyota or a Honda or a Kia, for example, you know, can your guys work on those, or do you have to, does it depend on what the problem is? Or
it depends on the problem. A lot of them, I mean, realistically, Kia, Honda, and Toyota, basically most mechanics can work on most cars. Now, there are some things they can't do.
Because that would be like
Oil
something that would
changes.
keep me from buying one of those vehicles is like, well, could I not get it serviced around here?
No. You get into the higher end stuff like the, you know, BMWs, Mercedes.
Okay.
Then you're talking to a little bit different.
Gotcha.
Some of those cars have to go to the new car dealer. But, you know, the good thing about Honda and Kia, I think they're great cars.
Well, God, they run forever.
They run forever. And they got some recalls on their engines and stuff, but they're warranted, those engines. Like we had a Kia Optima we sold to a customer. Believe it or not, like a month or 2 after she had it, it blew up. But it was under warranty, and they put a brand new engine in for her.
Oh, wow.
So
awesome.
So And I wouldn't be afraid buying any of those cars.
Okay.
Those are good cars.
And their warranties go out pretty long
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
don't they?
Yeah, and if they're having a problem like recalls and stuff like that, so they kind of back them up a little bit. And Honda, what can you say about a Honda? They go forever. I mean,
Yeah.
they're an expensive car, even older cars.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just a good running little car.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, you can do oil changes, brake jobs, stuff like that. Some things you have to take back as a warranty or stuff like that,
Sure.
But most of them, Mercedes and BMWs,
They're
Cadillacs,
finicky.
they
They're
are finicky.
pretentious and
Cadillacs you
finicky.
can work on to a certain degree, but the problem of it is they have problems. They have problems, sir. You're talking
Like a big problem.
Yeah, and new car dealers, I think their hourly rate is $150 to $200 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I think our hourly rate of work is $75.
Yeah.
So if you're looking, as far as serviceability, I think they're still good cars.
Cool.
And
So that's
Toyotas,
good
too.
to know because
And
you
they
have
get-
your own service department.
Yeah, we service everything we sell. We change the oil, brakes, and do all that stuff. Check them out. We also do other work for people. So if you got, oil changes, brake jobs, things like that, or need to get something checked out. And we also sell tires. We don't push it, but we do sell tires.
Okay.
So we do. The only thing we don't do is alignment, and we can replace transmissions. We can replace engines, but that's an expensive job.
Yeah.
For anybody. But I got 2 good mechanics in there, and we're open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 on service.
On service.
So anything on service, Jason or Blake will be happy to help you out on that. So that's all good. But we got a great selection of cars. We got about 40, I think 45. I think we're down we were up to 60. I think we're down to about 40, 45.
Okay.
So we got plenty of trucks. We don't have a lot of trucks. We got maybe about 10 or 15 trucks. We got about 10 to 15. No, we got about 15 SUVs in stock. That's a really nice Jeep. Toyota RAV. Those are the RAV's a little front wheel drive automatic air.
Yeah.
So we got another Jeep. Those are a pretty good little car, inexpensive. That's around the $10,000 mark on that one under. So Ford Escape, can't beat the Escapes. We got a couple of those. We got that red one right there.
Are those all-wheel drive?
Yeah, they're.
Okay. Ooh, what's that? I like that.
That is a GMC Denali. That's
Ooh.
a really nice car. It's sharp. Got the chrome wheels, leather. It says you can. I think that's 6-passenger. It's got the third seat in the back.
I like that one.
Yeah, that one I just got in from a new car dealer. I bought that directly from a new car dealer. 78,000 miles. Really nice car. I mean, it's super.
And that's a
clean.
Hyundai?
Yep, Hyundai Santa Fe.
Nice.
All-wheel drive. Of course, what can you say about the Jeep
Can't
Wrangler?
go wrong with the Wranglers.
The Wranglers, they're on there. Jeep Wranglers, automatic, hard top. I think that's a 6-cylinder. And I got another Jeep too, a little red Jeep. So
Isn't that white one have like the more extended?
No, I don't think. I think that's just a.
Or didn't you have one that was?
We did at one time. We sold that. That one's just a hard top.
Okay, all right.
Just a hard top. And we got a soft top Jeep. It's red too.
Yeah, I saw that over the other
automatic.
day.
Jeeps generally are good sellers in the spring. They're
Yeah, everybody wants a Jeep in the summer.
everybody. In fact, I talked my kind of like my brother-in-law. He has a Jeep. He just loves his Jeep. He just says, I said, well,
They're
the good
fun.
thing, if you got a garage, you can take the top off, park them in the garage, you can gop in. You've done the Jeep deal for a while.
Yeah, and what we did was we had a cover, so if you took the top off or took the top down,
Right.
it was just like a little cover that
Yeah,
went
top.
over all that, so you didn't have to take the top up and down all the time. So that was handy dandy.
Yeah. The other thing I like convertibles myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, convertibles, hell, if it's hot, you can still have the top down and have AC blowing on you.
Yeah, there you go. You're
So,
right.
But we got a great selection, like I said, cars, trucks. We got some really nice cars out there. We got a real nice Ford Fusion, Hyundai Sonata, Honda Accords, Toyota Toyota Camry.
Okay.
I got like 3 or 4 Camrys in stock. I mean, we got a great selection of cars.
Awesome.
So not everybody's truck or SUV. Myself personally, I like cars myself.
Yeah.
I know I got a lot of friends that all drive big old trucks and like them things. I prefer the car. It's a lot easier to park.
Oh, it's like my husband in that rusty pickup truck he drives around. Like
He just
he
still
loves
has
it.
that.
Loves it. I'm
Well,
like,
That's all right. That's all right. I understand where it comes from. It's
he went to a conference though the other day and drove that truck there. And he was like, well, yeah, I'm driving my truck. I love my truck. And I was like, oh, for the love of God. Please don't.
well, look at it this way. If it breaks down, it's going to force him to buy a new one somewhere. Buy something, anything and everything. We can do something. When's his birthday coming up?
June.
Well, see, you can buy him a new truck for his birthday.
We'll get that truck out of his cold, dead, clenched fingers. I'm telling you.
Well, you could always have that as a backup farm truck.
There you go.
Yeah, put that as a farm truck and update his new truck too. We can drive it to work or wherever it needs to go.
True.
That way you can say, honey, I will go with you on your new truck, but the old truck, I'm out.
That's awesome.
Just when you get in that truck, you go, honey, I can't go in that thing. I don't want to be seen in that thing.
I really don't want
But
to.
stop down, see us. We're open
Yeah.
Monday through Friday from 9 till 6, and then Saturday from 9 till 4. We got on-the-spot bank financing. We deal with all the local banks and some credit unions, bad credit, no credit. Got to have money down, guys.
Yep.
Can't come in with bad credit and say, hey, I need a car. You got to have at least $1,000, and you got to at least have some decent income.
That's right.
And we can
but
get you hooked up.
they can get you hooked up.
We can get you hooked up.
So that's the main thing.
That's for
And
sure.
start rebuilding that credit for
Yep.
you.
That's exactly right.
All right. Well, Mark, thank you so much for coming
Man, where's the
in.
time gone?
I know. We just blab about everything,
Yeah.
don't we?
We cover a lot in 1 hour, that's
We
for
do.
sure.
You know why? Because we're both full of it.
Yeah, you were deep.
Well, have a great day. And we appreciate you all so much for tuning in. And we will be right back here tomorrow. So get out, buy a car from Carman. He's
Thank you.
awesome. So we'll see you tomorrow.
See
Bye,
you soon.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
This just in.
The Telegram News has a new website.
TheTelegramNews.com.
Same dedicated coverage.
Same trustworthy news with a brand new look.
Covering Jackson and Benton counties and surrounding areas.
Locally owned and operated, TheTelegramNews.com has its finger on the pulse of the community.
Stay up to date on local events, high school sports, and breaking news.
TheTelegramNews.com.
Subscribe today at TheTelegramNews.com.
Check it out.